Good morning, students. Basically, we have to know that the mathematics 2, that is complex analysis and Laplace transforms. In this complex analysis, we have to know that where it is the complex variable. First of all, we know that complex value. See, basically we know that the z is equal to a plus ib that and all. But where is the I? Where is the imaginary function? See, basically we know that the quadratic equation that is x square plus something to 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So here that is x plus 2 into x plus 3. We have two solutions. So x equal to 2, 3. So in this quadratic equation, see the x square plus 4 is equal to 0. Then in this type of equation, that x square plus 4, usually we have to write that x square is equal to minus 4. Then x is equal to square will be going on the right side, that is root of minus 4. See here the root value plus or minus, that root value inside the minus is inside. Then what to do? In this case, such a case, we have to introduce a new value. So new value, that value we call it as imaginary. So where will be the imaginary include here? See, the very easiest form, we have to define that I square is equal to minus 1. So in this imaginary we have to give a new definition of I square is equal to minus 1. See, let me see that I square is minus 1. Is that correct or not? Let me see that. So x equal to plus or minus, then root, we have to write it as minus 4. Let me write it here minus 1 into 4. So here that minus 1 into 4, we have to write it in a root of minus 1. Already we have defined I square. So I square. Then into 4. So we know that the root of m into n is equal to root m into root n. So let me see this in this form. We have to write it as in I square into root 4. So here that plus or minus, the square and root value will be cancelled. Then that 4, the root I into root 4. See, this is also root 4 is write it is in the root 4, that root of 2 square. Again we have to cancel the root value and the square value, that will comes to the end, it is plus or minus 2. So in this x value, that is the quadratic equation, basically we know that the two solutions, that it is plus 2i and minus 2i. So in this form, we have introduced a new value, that it is I, that is called a imaginary value. See, the imaginary value is basically a lot of phrases we are used in the real world. So real world is basically the complex number and the complex variable. See that here it is the complex number. Then we call it as z is equal to x plus iy, the general value of x plus iy. Then x and y are the real numbers. Then it is called a complex variable. That complex variable in our first unit 1, that is complex variable. So that complex variable we are using in a lot of places in our real world. So that is basically we are using in the complex analysis, and we have to continue that complex variable and after that complex integration. So first we have to know that a complex number, it will be from the value of I square is equal to minus 1. So that is the basic things of the complex number. See, one more thing, in this complex number, we have to write in here x plus iy, that is the basically complex variable. See here the complex variable we have to use in our complex system, that it is using in the signals and systems and then various places. Thank you.